So Asus have finally provided us with a huge update to the SD card issue on the ROG Ally. Let's unpack the top 7 key elements of this statement, plus I'll share why I think Asus have only now just decided to do this. So let's dive straight in, and it was way back in July 2023. Hang on, that's 10 months ago. When Asus finally admitted that under certain thermal stress conditions, the SD card reader may malfunction. So the first key point in the statement Asus just put out is that just a small number of SD card readers in the Ally are affected. Now, while it's true that there are a lot of Ally owners who have not experienced any SD card issues whatsoever, like our great viewer Juan Torres, who's had theirs for a year without any problems, from what I've heard from so many of you right here on the channel is that, dare I say, the vast majority of us, myself included, have SD card readers that are fried and no longer work. So I do think Asus are understating this somewhat. Have you had zero SD card issues, or has your SD card reader fried too? Let us know in the comments to give us a clearer picture of whether this has affected a small number like Asus states, or is this indeed a much more widespread issue? The second thing is that Asus have now extended the warranty on the SD card reader from 12 to 24 months. And this is very welcome, especially for the 48% of you who voted on a recent community poll here on the channel who bought their Ally at launch. Otherwise, you'd be out of warranty in just a few weeks' time on June 13th. For those of us outside the US like us here in the UK, it still seems limited to just 1 year, which is reflected in the My Asus app info, and I'll come back to this in a moment. The third key info is that Asus will now actually reimburse us for any SD cards damaged by the Ally's SD card reader if we send in our broken SD card or cards to Asus along with proof of purchase. This is a really great gesture by Asus. At 4 is that this nice gesture goes even further, as even if we don't have proof of purchase of our damaged SD cards, then Asus will still reimburse us with the card's fair market value as determined by Asus. Asus really are trying to go the extra mile, as key point 5 is that even if we've previously sent our Ally in for warranty service, we are still eligible for a reimbursement for a damaged SD card. This wording indicates just one card and not multiple cards. Let us know how you interpret this in the comments. At 6 is that we can return our Ally within 90 days of purchasing it instead of RMAing it if we so wish, but only if we've purchased it from Asus directly. And finally, at 7 is that for Ally owners outside the US like us here in the UK, we have to contact our own local customer service to RMA the Ally, so seemingly we don't have access to the extended 24-month warranty as mentioned, and also it doesn't seem that we can get reimbursed for our broken SD cards like you great US viewers, which is a shame. So the big question is, why are Asus only doing this now in April 2024, a full 10 months after initially admitting the problem? Well, to answer this question, we have to remind ourselves that Asus are a hardware company, that they only make money from selling everything from laptops to monitors to routers, accessories, graphics cards, and yes, gaming laptops, and indeed the ROG Ally. And this is directly the opposite of Valve, who can afford to sell the incredible Steam Deck OLED that I reviewed in the last vid at break even or even at a loss, as they can recoup a ton of money from their fantastic Steam store when we buy our games off it. So Asus need the inevitable ROG Ally 2 to be as big of a hit as possible. And while there will always be rumours and speculation of new handhelds, news broke earlier this year in January from an Asus exec, no less, that the ROG Ally 2 will most likely launch in 2024. And all we gamers want is for companies to be honest, open and transparent with us. After all, we spend a lot of money on their products, and it's of my belief that Asus are preparing to announce the ROG... sorry guys, I think I had a bit too much Pepsi Max before I recorded this. My apologies. And it's of my belief that Asus are preparing to announce the ROG Ally 2 within the next few weeks for a possible June or July launch. And perhaps they've just suddenly realised that their silence and lack of communication on this SD card situation over these past 10 months has actually been quite deafening to us gamers. It's been fascinating seeing the response across social media to this update, with Oblivion noting that they like their Ally, but their lack of communication means that they're probably not going to be buying Asus again. You awesome viewers to the channel are so knowledgeable, and one of our most astute regular viewers is Jinx, who recently commented that they would wait for ROG Ally 2 reviews, but if Valve dropped the Deck 2 then no review is required, as it would be an instant pre-order due to no confidence in Asus at the moment. I'd love to hear your opinions on this. Are you one of the 61% who voted on today's poll that it's good but this could have been done much sooner? Has this situation put you off from buying the ROG Ally 2, or are you not too bothered? Let us know in the comments. Hey, if you enjoyed this vid, then consider hitting like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and as a thank you for watching right to the end of the video, I'd love to share this awesome quote. You can forgive some people without welcoming them back into your life. Apology accepted, access denied. I really do believe that forgiveness gets rid of a lot of bitterness and resentment from past hurts and mistakes. But just because we forgive doesn't mean that we have to allow these toxic friends and family to be close to us back in our lives. So stay encouraged today, guys. Check out the video in the top right to find out 7 features I'd love the ROG Ally 2 to have, and find out whether the Steam Deck OLED is fantastic or a fail in the bottom right. I appreciate every single one of you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.